Over the past few decades, America has increasingly started to rely on fast food for a dominant meal source. Now, with this increase in fast food into the regular American diet, a number of health problems has risen. According to the National Center for Health Statistics of the U.S., between 2013 and 2016, over 37% of adults would consume fast food on a daily basis. On top of this, adults in the U.S. also consumed 11.3% of their daily caloric intake just from fast food alone. By understanding how bad fast food really is, we can start seeking a change. Government needs to put a ban on fast food in order to better the health of Americans. I was once addicted to fast food myself and suffered the negative effects. First, I'm going to talk about the effects of fast food on human health. Next, I'll talk about how the animals in the fast food industry that come from the cheap meal farms are being mistreated. And lastly, I'll explain why and how we need to start seeking a change. So fast food is extremely addictive, and that's part of why it's so bad for you. But why is it addictive in the first place? The National Library of Medicine states that fast food contains a high level of fat and sodium, and when you intake a lot of fat and sodium, it raises your cholesterol immensely and also increases the risk of the following health problems: heart disease and stroke. High cholesterol is one of the leading risk factors when it comes to heart disease and stroke. 2, obesity. Fast food contains an insanely amount of high calories within each serving, and this can lead to unintentional weight gain in itself. And third, a raise in blood sugar. Fast food is also containing a load of empty carbohydrates, which can cause frequent insulin spikes and even alter your body's natural insulin response. Now, all of these effects are equally as bad, but not many people know about the animal cruelty which goes on within the cheap meat farms that fast food get their product from. First, the abuse of animals. According to the ASPCA.org, large industrial meat farms will raise a large amount of cattle or chicken or any other livestock in extremely small spaces, crowding them together and with no room for them to move around. And then research also from the Fast Food Nation Project also states that these animals that are kept within small confinements are often mistreated just for the sake of efficiency. They'll be kicked around, or baby calves will be thrown into different spaces and mistreated very poorly. And this makes their short lives very painful and agonistic. Diseases can also spread through the awful living conditions. The living conditions of these meat farms are very dirty, unsanitary, and crowded together. Now, this not only affects the meat that comes out of these animals, but it makes their death sadly unnecessary. There's also a lot of room for dangerous error, as they're in not a lot of space, and they're packed together very tightly. So it makes it easy for a cow to slip on the assembly line, get its horns caught, and then suffer a pain and agonistic death. Now, both of these effects due to fast food are awful, which is why we need to start seeking a change. A government ban on fast food would be the best option. Yes, fast food makes up a very large industry in the United States, but is it worth all the costs? By putting a ban on fast food and replacing it with better and healthier options, it would reduce the health problems in America and also reduce the amount of animal cruelty found within the cheap meat farms. The best solution is to remove fast food and replace it with better options, plain and simple. Fast food has ruined countless American lives and will only continue to do so if it is not stopped. Today, I explained the negative effects of fast food on human health, the negative effects that animals face in the cheap meat farms, and why we should seek a change together. Just think, if we removed fast food from America, the health would increase drastically for the American population, and the animals would no longer suffer. Thank you.